So I'd say the biggest difference playing in the States compared to England is like the athleticism of the players. They are just strong, quick, powerful. They're just like beasts over there. It's almost like they train their athletes to be athletes before football players or soccer players, if that makes sense. Whereas obviously in this country, we're born and bred football. You know, the women's game's growing even bigger. The men's game is obviously one of the biggest, well, probably the biggest sport in the world. So I think the biggest difference is how that strong physical component that they have in the States compared to us in the UK. I found that a lot of the players in the UK and even from Europe tend to be quite technical based, you know, very good on the ball. We spend lots of time in training, working on that technique. The fitness aspect in the States is very, very high standard. So, you know, you're expected to go there already as a prerequisite. You have to be fit. You have to be going out doing the runs, doing the sprints, doing what you need to do, because without that, you're not going to be successful in the States. So I think for me, that was the biggest difference. And also one of the biggest difference really is the college level. So yes, you're at college or university in the States. It doesn't sound, you know, too exciting when you say, oh, I'm playing for a university, when you compare it to when you play for university here in the UK. And that's not me slating or disregarding how good the university standard is in the UK. But in the States, you are essentially treated as a professional athlete. Okay, so obviously you're getting your degree like you would at a university here. But the huge difference is you train every single day. You know, you play games every 2 to 3 in a week. On top of that, not only do you have head coaches, but you have assistant coaches, you have an S&C coach, a nutrition coach, you have, you know, your own physio. So anytime you practice, train, play, all these people are around there to help you. So you are essentially treated as a professional with all the kit you get, the travel arrangements you have. But when you bring it back to basics, you are essentially a student at university, but it just looks like you're playing a higher level because of the infrastructure they have in place in the States. So there is a huge difference, the way their infrastructure is in place to allow people to be student athletes. And hopefully it's something one day in the UK we can get to that level where we can offer scholarships and allow people to not only go to uni to get a degree and play football on the side and play, you know, in a good league. We want them to play every day, let them develop, let it be something that's a really, really big industry as opposed to having to play for a club outside of university. So I think for me that would be the biggest difference, is definitely in terms of the playing style is, you know, the players over there are beasts. They're strong, they're quick, they're powerful. In the UK, we tend to be more technical players. Do you know what? It's a tough one because my work life is related to sport, my personal life is related to football and different sports. So for me, it's kind of in all areas of my life. But I mean, outside of it, I love going to the gym. I love keeping fit. I love reading, I love listening to podcasts, anything with personal development, love drinking coffee, seeing friends, seeing family, love traveling, you know, going to new places, going on holiday, love being, you know, in the sun. Who doesn't love a bit of sun, because we don't get much here in England. So, you know, I'm quite an easygoing person. There's a lot of things I like doing, but in terms of what I do outside of sport, most of it's still kind of directly related to some kind of sport anyway. I like to play tennis at the gym. There's loads of things I kind of like to do. I think the one thing I'm super excited about to get going in the next year of Worcester City Women is helping to develop and improve players. Obviously, with my personal circumstances, I can't play at the moment. So I want to do everything in my power when we go back to help the players with everything they need. So develop technically, develop tactically, develop their fitness, develop the S&C side, develop them with, you know, communication skills, leadership skills. Basically everything I feel like I was offered in the States and the kind of experience that I went through, I want other players to kind of have that kind of open to them, really. You know, I was really fortunate with the training, the facilities, the coaching I had. And obviously by no means am I the best coach in the world, but I just feel like with the experiences and the knowledge I was given in the States through that, you know, incredible opportunity, I want the players at Worcester to be able to kind of have access to that as well. So I think for me, I'm just excited to get back to football. I'm excited to work in, you know, an environment where everyone is on board. We've got a really cool vision. Everyone's on board with working towards the goals and the visions we have, and just working with the players to develop them, help them with whatever they need, and kind of get that cohesion back, because we are a very new team. Even this time last year, the team itself was struggling with getting players in. So now we want to create this brand of what Worcester City is, and it's all about being in the community. It's all about helping players develop, not just in their football careers, but their personal lives too. You know, at the end of the day, people are only human. You know, we want to help them as much as we can as players and coaches, but at the end of the day, we want to be here to help them become, you know, the best version of themselves too. So for me personally, although I'm injured, I am super excited to get back to playing. I'm excited to, obviously, in a year's time or so, but for this next year, I'm just excited for us to get back playing together as a team, and see what we can do this season, because I think we've got a great bunch of people, players, staff, everyone involved in the board. And I think, there's going to be big things that happen at Worcester. Obviously, it's all a stepping stone. Things take time. Foundations are being put in place now. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for us to get back on the pitch, start working on all the areas that we couldn't previously work on before.